Okay. I think it worked. Oh. We're going to wait a little bit to get everybody in here, but I think this is going to be great. Oh, hello. All right. We got a few minutes before we get started, but we're going to have some good time. Hey, I know that guy too. That's a Shojiki right there. That's a person. Oh, I'm so happy. All right, so here's the rundown. We're going to spend around 20 minutes just kind of shooting the shoot and looking at some old games that we did. Ooh, that's cool. Ah, you've returned. Welcome back. So, yeah, we're going to look at some of the old games I built for these jams, and then we're going to maybe go over what I want to do instead. Mainly, this little thing called Finish. Never heard of that before. But then we're gonna go into some brainstorming. We might actually call someone in a few minutes after we get the theme reveal, and they're going to start the jam too. And I want to get their input as well, because they're going to be doing it with me physically, even if we're not working together. So we'll be able to play test each other's games and stuff. But in the meantime, let's look at the failures that I have may or may not have achieved in the last very long time ago. So, my first Ludum Dare was probably this one, right? Yes, it was. Tax evasion. This was a hot second ago. But, this is the first one I finished, and looking at the newer one that I finished is definitely a little bit of a difference in quality. And I think the major thing that I want to do in the jam is to make not this, because it's so like boxy. I know that like I'm a programmer, but what if I was like more than a programmer? That's kind of my goal. So a lot of the games I make are super low poly, boxy, squares. What theme am I going for? Yikes. Okay. For opening up theme voting, this is the round I voted for. I think I didn't do the first two. I did this theme slaughter round before. I'm kind of gunning for like connection or collector. I really like these two. Modular seems fun, but I think like as a programmer, I feel like that might be harder to program something. Like I feel like I have to actually make that like a story thing. What I really don't want is something like Fog or Ruins. I feel like those two are super... I feel like they lock you in. So I'm kind of gunning for like Collector. And I would hate it if it was Fog. If it's Fog, I'm going to have some issues. Combine? Where's Combine? Yeah. I think Combine makes sense because it's really easily made into like a crafting system. Leaving something behind. Yeah. I think a lot of these could go together too. So even if you were like, oh, I really liked like Combination or Ruins or something, I feel like that goes really well with something like Navigation. Even though Navigation's kind of like, I don't like it, I think if we had something like that, it would be good. Let's see. So like the tax evasion one, I'm forgetting what the theme was for this. LD50 theme. What was the theme? That's nothing of what I want. Ludum Dare 50. What's the theme? Let's just look at Wikipedia. 50 was... Delay the Inevitable. Right, okay. So I'm remembering now. So my game, you had to fight these little monsters, and you were, like, tax collecting. So you were delaying the inevitability of paying your taxes, which I don't really think fits as well as it could. Lightweaver, I believe... Which one? What jam was this one? Oh, boy. Actually, this one was... Oh, this was Ace Rolla. This wasn't even Ludum Dare. I'm still proud of this one, though. What was the theme for this one? Theme. Aberration. Chromatic aberration. So splitting light. Alright. Wait, did I? Oh, well. This YouTube channel was not long for this earth. It's okay. we'll just show whatever on here, right? It's already not monetized. I don't think. Yeah, I think I turned that off. Let me look. Do. Yep, I turned off monetization for this stream. I do not care. This stream is about streaming and doing the thing. Oh, thank God. You actually scared me. I was like, oh no, wait a second. Did I mess it up? Did I break something already? No, okay, that's good. Cool. You can tell how easy it is to mess me up. However, I will say, speaking of messing up, the last few jams that I've done haven't gone too well, so I really want to make an idea that is streamlined. Doesn't need to be good. I want to finish, right? And I think that's the big goal. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm worried of. Whoa. 62% productive. Sounds like me. Oh no. What are you guys thinking the theme should be? Because I know that me, Math, and Shojiki have a vested interest in what it will be, but I wonder if other people have interests in what it should end up maybe becoming one day, hopefully. Oh no. Because I really don't want fog. I don't even know what it would be. Like, Wikipedia. Is there any ideas for fog? Fog. That's not how you spell. That's a guy. I can't type today. Okay. That's just a bunch of light stuff. Math has given me this tool, and I'm kind of cooking on stuff. We know kind of what kind of game style. It'll be peak. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hope it will be. Which reminds me, I can't open up my Discord. There's so many secrets in the Discord. Oh, goodness. Well, we got like 20 minutes, and we gotta kill it. And honestly, I don't feel like pre-thinking, because I feel like that's cheating. So instead, let's look at a project I'm working on instead. Oh, dude. I don't even know what's in my DMs at this point. I'm so scared. However, something I can definitely show is the absolute craziness that is my next project. I have been building a bit of an automation, and I want to apply this to other things I do in videos and stuff. But at work, I was a couple months ago, maybe like a year ago, we built like a thing that would like click around, and I was like very interested. So then maybe a month ago, I wanted to win Battleship, because who doesn't want to win something once in their lives? And well, as you're about to see here in a second, if I can have the game start, there we go. I have automated Battleship to play Battleship for me because I am too lazy to play Battleship. You could say I'm just lazy, to be honest with you, but I think it's really cool. So yeah, maybe we'll take a look at this while we wait for the theme to play out. Oh, you have no idea. I have so many needs to cook, and it is crazy. Let me make sure here. You need to change the no support in this blah 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 blah. Okay. Actually, I do have a question for you, Shojiki, before we get too far in. Is there any issues with the stream or quality of the stream? Because I want to make sure I'm not killing it. It takes control of my mouse. I can't even like control it unless it's like not my turn. All right, cool. That's good. My little window of secrets is telling me that my stream needs to be reduced in quality or something. But if it's good on your end, I think it's fine. You're in like a different section of world, so it's fine. Oh, all right, we got 18 minutes. Oh, we got 18 minutes. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Oh, I'm so happy that this Battleship bot works. For context, for anyone who knows who I am, this is what I've been working on since Bad Piggies. That's how long it has been since I have done something else. Duh. It is rough, but hey, it plays games. I've won what 123, and I've lost 221. Let's do some math, shall we? I want to know. Calculator. So 123 divided by 123 plus 221. So I have a 35.7% win rate with the bot, and I feel pretty good about that. No, wait, no. You can't dock yourself, Shojiki. You can't do that. No. Oh, no. I've been watching Breaking Bad, actually. It's... Oh, controversial statement. I actually don't like it that much, but I am determined to finish it because there's so many people I know who are wanting me to watch it and finish it, and I'm like, ugh. But it has been on my list, so don't tell anyone, but I've been watching it through Linux ISOs because I don't want to pay for Netflix. You didn't hear that here, though. That's definitely something that's, you know... Yeah. Well, this is a automated battleship because I'm too lazy to play the game myself. So I built a bot that'll play Battleship for me. Yeah. Everyone loves Breaking Bad? Okay. I think it's great. I am like halfway through season 2. The funny lawyer man hasn't even been introduced yet. So I'm like, I'm kind of on it. I'm going to crash this so I can stop it. But anyway, it was, I don't know. I think I'm going to like it more once I get deeper. Oh, 16 minutes. Oh, man, I am whizzing out on it. Alright, let's take a look-see. I gotta make sure we have everything here. Alright. A nice blank project for us to play with. Nice. Boop, boop. Alright, back to our combination screen. Alright. Oh, it broke itself. Why'd you do that? Don't do that. Wow, it really doesn't like this combination. What the heck am I supposed to be putting here? This one. Cool. Boop. My desktop is very organized, yes. So I love putting it like this, like the horizontal. I know people hate it. I've known people who actually will, like, stop talking to me because of how I organize my desktop, and I don't do it vertically, where, like, you put it like that. They're not that mean. I'm kind of joking, but honestly, I think it's just funny to piss people off. Oh, man. Oh, I'm like freaking myself out on this next one. Oh, man. Blue Sky, you gotta fix your website. Come on, stop doing that. Ooh, I would not be against doing some more stuff. No one knows what Shojiki's talking about. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's all secrets. It's all secrets. Speaking of secrets, all of the secrets. Oh, there's so much happening. I have too many projects. In Discord? Okay, I'm gonna take a risk. I believe Discord was on the top of my screen. Nope, it was not. Okay, let's hope I'm not in any server that's... Okay, good. We're in friends list. Boom, safety server. The rest of this is like school and stuff. We hide these ones. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, you guys should join the Discord. It's like really cool. There's like people here, like really cool people, awesome people. In fact, I would say they're downright interesting. The code's somewhere. I think it's in the description. Yeah, it's in the description. Go look at that. Some SpongeBob memes at this point. Oh, here we go. Oh, Kosh Cheese is also this awesome person. Awesome, cool. Ooh, see, this is what we call a true desktop. This is a true user of the desk and of the top. See, everything that's important is at the top. You know, you got Pico Park, you got the Prulenbach. Wait, is that German? Wait, I need to know. Hold on. Hold on. We are researching this. I am too invested into a random 2-second gag. Prulenbach. What in the world? Prulenbach. Yeah. The recycling bin. The recycling bin is the one I'm messing around with. Where the heck did Discord go? Here we go. Okay, yeah. Now this person is a dirty Linux user. Ah, you use Arch. I'm actually thinking about switching soon on my laptop. I have a friend, and he's named after a month, so you got 12 chances to guess it. No, but he's given me some interesting tips to look at Linux for my laptop. I really want to get better at it, because between school and work, I have to use it. I actually like it. Let's see, what else can I find in this person's desktop that is incriminating? We got Undertale. Okay. Inno setup compiler, that doesn't sound bad. Anki. Creality print. Do you 3D print guns or something? Are you a bad person? No, I'm joking. But yeah, join the Discord. Then you can deal with all of the craziness and also maybe see some stupidness. Oh my lord, I have a game jamming thing. I haven't put anything in here in a long time. I haven't put anything in here, period. Oh no, I need to not do that anymore. Alright, cool. What else do we got? We are so close. We are like 10 minutes out. 12 minutes out? Is it lying to me? Is it delaying itself? Yep, it's 10 minutes. Oh no. See, it's so soon that the Ludum Dare Blue Sky account has already posted that it's soon. Oh no. Oh no! Oh! It's freaking me out. I mean, I feel like my game jams have been pretty 50-50 split, 2D and 3D. Theme voting round, heck yeah. Uh-oh.
Thanks. How's your day?
Okay, I can't play random. Christmas! You love Christmas? I love Christmas too. Oh no. Okay. I like the spread, math. I like the spread. But what I was saying is, most of my game jam games are pretty split between 2D and 3D. Probably my... I can't play random videos. Yeah, as I play a random video. Oh, God. I don't know what to do. That should be the thumbnail now. Alright, I'm gonna hide Discord before someone does something stupid. Alright, anyway. Oh, there's so many projects on here that I have not looked at in years. Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm scared. You do play the game? Ah, let's see. This one. The YouTube channel. Whoa. Alright, let's take a look-see. Actually, I do have something to say about the YouTube channel. Who in the world thought it was a good idea to subscribe to me? We're at 11,000 subscribers. Who decided that was a good idea? Oh no. You can't give me this much power. What was I gonna look at? Right, old videos. What was the oldest jam video? It was probably this one. This one. Yep, good, it's muted. Oh. Live react to my own game jam. Oh, man. Look at this beautiful boy. Oh, it's another ad. I'm going to switch to my personal account if they keep giving me ads on my own videos. Isn't this, like, illegal that I'm like... Oh, Mav, you shouldn't have said that. I got Discord open. I mean, whatever this thing is called. I can hide that. We're going to just make the logo bigger, and now your plan is gone. Boom. Yep, scream all you want. Say no all you want, Mav. Look at this beautiful boy. Look at this beautiful boy waiting for it. Oh, no. Copilot's the reason you switch to Linux. You know what? Fair. I actually have a weird philosophy on that. I think I do want to switch to Linux in the long term personally, but man, is Windows so nice to use when you sign up for all of their crap. When you actually sign up for all the bullshit. It's like, oh, wait, my Windows computer actually works? No, but I don't like having to have just things forced on me, like Edge or Copilot. But, alright, I have to show, oh no. Math. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. Anyway, no, I mean, how do I say this? Like, when I sign into all of my work accounts, right, I'm not giving my personal information away. I'm giving over the company information. So, it doesn't really matter. No, but personally, I don't actually, like, log in or give all my telemetry to people. I like, turn it off, right, because it doesn't make sense. Moscow? Hold on. Moscow time zone. What is that? I'm going to guess, like, 10 hours ahead? No. How many hours versus EST? 7? I was lied to. Alright. Let's see. Doot, 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 doot. Staying alive. Staying alive. Wait, I don't want to get copyright struck. Hold on. I don't want to do that. Let's put that back for the real thing. Oh, man. What is it? 6 minutes away now? 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Oh. Someone just said, watch this, it's not copyright. I might have to get out of Discord. Y'all are really oh god, alright, we're gonna get out of Discord. We're not playing No Nutshot. What is happening? Oh no. Maybe that should just be the jam game, right? We should just go make Nutshot, but for Ludum Dare. God. What am I gonna do with you guys? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's not NSFW. I beta tested it. What do you mean you beta tested it? That doesn't bode well. Oh no. It's on Steam? I don't trust that. Steam's got a lot on it. My one of my coworkers a long time ago, when I was teaching kids how to code, he sent a different coworker, actually the one I want to work with this weekend, and he sent him a Steam game, and my friend accidentally accepted it. So now he has a very not safe for work game in his Steam library, and he can't get rid of it. Mainly for the memes. I'm making him not get rid of it. I know you can get rid of games, but I think it's funny. Oh, we're so close. Oh, we're so close, though. That's not helping me in the nut game. I shouldn't be saying it like that. We are approaching the time that is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, man. The topic, we're going to find out in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. We're going to figure out what the theme is for this Ludum Dare. Can you gift me? Oh, man. I'm very close to just gifting it to all of you to make you all not talk about it anymore. Oh, no. I feel like that'd make it worse. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. I am not necessarily nervous. I think I'm nervous I won't finish. I'm not nervous that I won't be able to make anything. I think I'll be able to make something. Man. Am I nervous? No. These, I mean, I know it's not just the final round. It's round 1 and 2, and then final round as well. Like, I don't know. It might not be, but just looking at this, even my least favorite, Fog, it's like, okay. I would say no. I don't think I'm nervous. I think everyone's nervous they won't finish, but I'm not nervous in general. Which is weird. I have 2 drinks. But when things get rough, you gotta remind me this exists. I also have the clear juice. And the clear juice is what we use when we run out of ideas. Okay, this is the Baja Blizzy. I'm sure that's also safe for work, just like Nutshot. We'll hope it is. Y'all are killing me today. Alright, 2 minutes. Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Hello. Man, the username Awesome Shot is not helping my case today, is it? Oh, boy. You missed a lot, by the way. There's a lot of context behind why I say that. I'm so sorry. We will get out of here in 2 minutes. Alright. I wish you two well. Shojiki and Math, the dynamic duo. Oh, you two get... I don't want to spoil locations of where you live, because that's, of course, you know, that's for people to find out later on. But you two have an interesting case where you guys can just work on opposite hours. That's interesting, because you guys are on opposite sides of the planet. I won't tell you where on the planet. One ocean and the other ocean. But that's interesting. Yeah, you're England. Exactly. Fred Ford and Paul Ritchie. Oh, no. Alright, 1 minute. Oh, it's 1 minute. It's 1 minute. Oh, goodness. Goodness. I hope it's like Connection or Collector or something. If it's fog, I'm gonna cry. If it's night is coming, I'm gonna cry. Oh, it's so close. Come on. Ooh. What time is it in England? Aren't you 5 hours ahead, Math? That would make you 6, so 11? Whew. I don't want to leave this page. I'm so scared. Time in London right now. Yeah, it's 11. Cool. I can math. Haha, I can math. Oh, no. Come on. 30 seconds. One in Moscow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Here we go. Oh. You can't put an earworm into my head, Shojiki, right before I have to use this in a video. Alright. Here we go. Oh, no. Okay. Go. Collector? Yes! We did it! We have successfully manipulated the markets! Oh, yes! Okay, cool. So, Collector. Collector it is. Good old Wikipedia. We got Collector. We got the Collector guy from Marvel. We got... Oh, man. Like, you have the active collecting, which is good. I'm not going to stream the whole time, but I'll be honest, I think I might stream a good chunk today. We're going to see. The thing that I want to do is I want to finish a game, obviously. I want to make the game fun, but then I also want to make it look good, which is the thing I don't do. Gambling? Ooh, we're collecting debt. We're a debt collector. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, we're going to start the idea system. Debt collector. Oh. Alright. So I had some pre-jam ideas I want to throw out there, but it's not that these are stuff I want to do necessarily. It's more of mechanics that we could use. So, like a card game. I tried a factory game before, but like for an art style. There's this game that came out recently called Platypus Reclayed. Platypus Reclayed. And what they do, this is a remaster of an old game, is they actually make all of their assets with clay. And it's, like, actually kind of cool. So if we do something that's 3D, I may try and just make some clay models and then green screen them. But that's if it's 3D. If we do something like a card game, I don't think I would do it that way. I think I'd go... If we're doing, like, a card game, I'd probably go in the route of, like, gambling. Make Bellatra, instead of chips, you collect debt. That's interesting. Could do a card game, collect debt still. I do feel like we're definitely on the collect debt train. I'm going to reorganize this, because what we could do is something like this, like Bellatro, and then you have collect debt, so like you're the debt collector as in the person. What else could you be as a collector? Card game, factory game. So on Claymation still, I still think this is a cool idea, but it needs the right game. Like, if we're doing, like, Pokemon, like, if we collect Pokemon as in, like, Arceus, this is really hard. This is not something I would actually develop in a weekend. But, like, Pokemon Arceus, the game, one of my favorite Pokemon games. It's also one of the only ones I finished. I really like this because it's, like, this third person, you're actually, like, throwing the Pokeball at someone. That's cool. I mean, I don't want to get sued into the ground with all the new patents happening, but I wouldn't be against, like, a collecting, like building my own Pokemon. I wouldn't be against a Pokemon game. We're going to close this. I don't need this anymore. We'll keep that for now. So we could build a Pokemon game. Pokemon ripoff. Could still be debt collecting. Like, you have debt and you have to pay it off by doing that. Nintendo's always gonna... You want to know how much Nintendo's gonna sue me? Oh, do I have some news for you? This entire YouTube channel is, like, based on... Alright, let's turn the Wii U into a VR headset. Let's see if they're gonna sue me after this. I took a hacksaw to a Wii U gamepad. Oh no. This is... Yeah, no. Generations of debt coming from Nintendo suing me. That's what's gonna happen. Oh no. What else have I done that's Nintendo not compatible? I did Wii Sports. I did... oh yeah. I told everyone how to hack the Wii. That was a fun one. You know, just casually telling everyone how to do that. Casually, you know, telling all of the Nintendo secrets that you could, you know, possibly want. Generations of debt is crazy. Anyway, back to what we're actually talking about. All right, ape off. Nope, rip off. Rip off. There we go. Maybe make a debt collector game. Huh. So, okay, let's talk about the debt collector game. Let's start with the debt collector game. Let's go over here and debt collector game. A person. Are we thinking something like Papers, Please? Like, I am not fully, like, I don't know what the mechanic would be. So, like, in Papers, Please, you've got, and I think this is the easiest jam thing we could do, right? I think this is something we could do in 2 days. Basically, you have a person come in, and you get to say, yes, they can come into the country, no, they can't. It's just like a yes, no, and you have some cool paperwork. It's very, like, art, mood heavy. It's not high programming. This is very easy to work with, right? I would say this is very achievable. I don't know if I want to make Papers, Please, but for debt. You know what I mean? Like, where you go, like, knocking on people's houses or something, trying to steal their debt. I could see it being more action stuff, so, like, Papers, Please, rip off. But, like, what is, like, a killer mechanic? What's your idea, since I mean, it's probably your idea for your game, but still. I think I might move on from Papers, Please. I don't like it as much. Let's see. Not because it's bad. I like Debt Collector, the idea, but I don't know if Papers, Please is what I want from it. You're not doing the jam, you're lazy. Me too, but no, I want to see what I can do. Okay. You know what I've also seen on YouTube Shorts? Actually, hold on. Wait, I got this. It might be in my other notes. But there is a... there's like a Portal-like game shorts. What are we calling this thing? I don't know what to call it. There's something in shorts that I've been seeing recently, and I don't know if I know how to search it up again. Be a meteorologist and collect weather data. That's cool. Collect weather data. The cool thing with weather data is you have a lot of real-world stuff with that. Like, you could, like, cause a hurricane and, like, do experiments to collect data. Ooh, help people survive. Is it too simple? It could be. I think it's better to be simple and finish the game than be too complex and not finish the game. That's my biggest issue that I have right now, is I don't know if that would be worth it to risk it. Yeah, creative and unique. Exactly. With the claymation type stuff, you can make a lot of games with clay. To be a game developer and collect old unfinished games and projects. Wow, you're hitting me close to home. Do not look at this GitHub. All right. I want to find this weird thing. Game that what is it called? See, I think it's in my notes. Give me 1 second. I think I have a note on this somewhere. Personal, to-do list, Ludum Dare, projects. I don't have notes on this. See, I have, like, notes on, like, all the future projects that I want to do, but I need to find... Because there's a really cool thing I want to show, but it may not be worth it. Is it this? Yes, it's this. Perfect. All right, here we go. So, before we do anything else, here we go. Come back. Can't full screen? There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. Here is what I saw recently by Devin Powell. This is a game they're making where you have these little pills, and they just kind of like follow a path, but it's like a tower defense game, right? And this is really cool because this has some like emergent properties that you could like combine different machines, but I think this might also be too complicated. I'd probably have to do this in something like 2D or very weird 3D. I don't know if this is reasonable, I guess is a good word of calling it. It's also not unique, right? Because I know I don't want to be like too pushy on the unique thing. We're only 9 minutes in, right? We got time. What do we got here? Places. Parish of Collector. Is this a church? Okay. Collector, the location. That's just creepy. Could pull a Pixel Prophecy, but I don't want to do that. Only because I don't think I could do a text adventure. In 24 hours? No. Whoa, you're right. Wait, no. There we go. Yeah, we got 2 hours. I mean, sorry, 2 days. Yeah, we have one day, 23 hours, 49 minutes. Yeah, so 2 days. And then 3 days if we're doing jam, and then a month if we're doing extra. I don't want to do extra. I really want to fit it in 2 or 3 days. Sorry, I didn't redo all of the pages. Okay. Back to our thing. So, debt collector, collect weather data. We also could do some sort of like factory/tower defense game. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Oh, right. So, No, it's 2 days, yeah. Did I say 24 hours in the thumbnail? Am I stupid? No, I put 48. Okay, good. I'm dumb. All right, so my friend introduced me to this, and my girlfriend actually told me more about it, and I got really into it. There's this Allied Master Computer. Yes. A very creepy short story. So, a story called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a crazy story. You should read this. This is creepy, but it's really relevant with AI stuff today. And it's really cool because they have this character. I'm not going to spoil it, but you have this character called the Allied Master Computer, and it's an absolutely evil AI doing some crazy, terrible stuff. I don't want to spoil it, so don't read the Wikipedia page. It's also really creepy. But long story short, it was a good computer. They built it for war reasons. Computer turns against the world, and you can figure out what happens from there. It'd be kind of cool to pull like a GLaDOS, like a Portal, like evil AI does something bad and you have to collect something to beat them, or you have to collect data about it, or you have to collect things to build it. Maybe you're the bad guy. I don't know. So we could do evil AI. Evil AI. This would be more story-based, though, unless we found an interesting mechanic. And I tried to blackmail an employee. I'm sure it did. There's just too crazy stuff. Wow. So, obviously, a Portal-looking game would work with a Portal-esque villain. I don't know if that's what I want to go for. I think it'd be interesting to, like, try and tell a story, though, because I've never really done that. My jam games, I mean, if we just look at itch, right? All my jam games do not tell a story. Not really. Like, it's all very... I think this one might. I think Dice Mentality might. This one's going to be loud, isn't it? Okay, good. This one was about, like, dice stuff. That's a different logo. That was a long time ago. New game. Does this not even work? That's funny. Alright, cool. So the game doesn't even work. But anyway, long story short, this one had some story to it. The collector disambiguation. Ooh, okay. This is a little bit better. Video games. People? Oh, it's an American... We're not going to look at the serial killer. What about building an artificial superintelligence to face off against another AI? Ooh, okay. Let me, like, open up Paint or something. So, like, if we're thinking that, the way my brain works is, like, you have an evil AI over here, you collect pieces, and then you string them together, and then you have some sort of, like, weapon that then shoots. And then, like, the player can keep adding these pieces on to extend it, I guess. Official clicks bribes and tries to not be caught. Ooh, bribes. I like that, actually. Don't save. Bribery. Bribery. I'm sure I spelt that so wrong. Bribery is an interesting one. It's like a bribery. Bribery. A legal act of offering, giving, or receiving, or soliciting something of value, such as money, a favor, or advantage. Interesting. Bribery. I like it just like in Russia. Wow. Oof. Just like in Russia. This is going to sound terrible right after that. Do not make... Oh, no. This is bad. I can't say this. Alright, let's look it up. Risk the board game. Oh, I'm in trouble. So, speaking of people taking things and collecting them, what about collecting territory? That's so bad. Oh my god. This one's obviously an easy one to go off of, but... you know, you could have some sort of... Maybe it's not world, right? Maybe you're doing something else. Maybe it's... There's versions of Risk that are like a continent or a city or something. But what if you're collecting something, or you're doing something like this where you're almost like really bad, like paper.io. Like, .io? Yeah, this one. So... you could theoretically do some sort of thing where you're like collecting territory. That's interesting. Collecting territory. I don't like it because of the implications of the world. But if we change territory to something else, but it's the same idea. Like, you're still like taking. Oh no, message retracted. Make a sequel to IRS isn't. I mean, we could. This is planets. That's cool. StarCraft Risk is cool. Collecting a memory. You know, the first thing that comes to mind when we go to, like, memory collection is, like, the Animus. Assassin's Creed. Yeah, there we go. Because with the Animus, you're literally, like, diving into your memories. Like, you're collecting information from the past. Sorry. She's looking cool. We're looking good. Awesome. Cool. Sorry, I got, like, 38 notifications at the same time. But like the cool thing with the Animus is I guess you could like kind of like a mini horror where you're collecting memories. What if your memories were like ripped out and you're in a horror situation and you need to like piece them back together? Like you have to like collect your memories and you're like you have no memory anymore. Collect memories and you lost them at some point for some reason. That's an idea. Speaking of magic cards, because this is a magic card. MTG. Magic the Gathering. Memory. Amnesia. That's a game title, I'll be honest with you. Nope, not everything. Just this one. This one can go up here. This is like a game title. I like it, though. I feel like Amnesia's too broad as like a game idea. But I'm just throwing this out there as... Because collectible card game. We could do some sort of card game. And that could be the mechanics. So like, let's open up Paint again. Paint. And let's put that side by side with our list that we're building. Close this off. Alright. So we have like a factory or a tower defense game. Well, what we could do is we could have the player have a cards, kind of like, let's just say it's like Uno. We don't have to make it super complicated like a real trading card game. And you collect these cards, and these cards, like you can build a deck or something, but then these cards can affect a game. Like you can build a factory or something. Judge and collect bills for the state. I meant the memory thing. You get amnesia from like falling down or something. Oh, yeah, that could work. So like you have amnesia because of bad thing, falling, bad person, etc. Okay, cool. But like what if you had like, because obviously the card game kind of fits the requirement of collectible. You doesn't collect lawsuits from Nintendo. Oh no, Nintendo. We'd call it Nintendo in the game. We could do lawsuits, collecting lawsuits. I just don't feel like... I feel like we'd just be building Ace Attorney. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. I'm not against building a game like this. But it is something we would want to do. We would need to have some sort of system for this. I put this in the same boat as what was the idea we were talking about a little bit earlier? Was it not meteorologist? It was collecting bribes? No. Maybe it could have been collecting bribes. But the like lawsuits from Nintendo, that is kind of, that does kind of work. Nintendo lawsuits, because there's a few. Oh no. Wow. So there's a lot of Nintendo lawyery happening here. Cease and desist. We love this. Let's see. Do we have a list of lawsuits? Take down a Pokemon. Oh, list of fan games taken down. A lot of Pokemon games here. Nintendo data leak. Interesting. Okay. I'm not against doing some sort of lawsuit game. I think the mechanics would be weird because I've never played Ace Attorney, so this would be an issue. Man, I hate that the AI mode is further over here than videos. Ugh. All right. Capcom. Moving on. That's just tracks. Unless this is the actual game. Here we go. Okay. So you have... Ooh. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So you can... I see. So we could do something like this. It'd be content heavy. That's my only issue. Yeah, it's basically a visual novel. I'm not against that because it's not against the rules. That's kind of simple. That's not a bad thing. Oh, ads. Okay, we'll let this simmer while we think. You know what I did do once though? I don't want to talk about the card game thing too much more, but I do want to mention one more thing. I did do a card game for a game jam once. It just never got released. That's not what I wanted to look at. Where's my dashboard? Dashboard. There we go. I did try and do this once, and it was called Rom Plague. I never finished this, and it actually just doesn't work. But this is something that I do want to look into as just an idea. Because what you could do is that you could... the way I built it is you could just place tiles like in a factory game with like a cards in your hand. I don't think this is what I want to do, to be clear. But, okay, is this done yet? Unskip. Okay, there we go. Anyway, back to Ace Attorney. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much a visual novel. I don't want to do that. Visual novel franchise. Yeah, okay, it's a visual novel. I don't want to do that. I think our best idea so far is territory type stuff. We might want to expand this. I think this might be... Like, because we could do something like Civilization. We could do a Civilization type game. Way simpler, by the way. Like, we're not going to be able to do something crazy. But something like Catan or Civilization, where you kind of build stuff up. Collecting a memory. It's definitely closer to, like, a unique thing. But the thing is like, what are other people thinking? I really don't want to make something that someone else is going to make. Collector. This is AI. Bad, I think. A space version of Risk. You versus Russia. Oh, God. Ooh. Collector. Night is Coming was so close. Oh, I would have been so mad. You take over the solar system one planet at a time. I'm not against that. Yeah, I'm not against that. I'm gonna get rid of that. We're almost 30 minutes in. I really want to kind of lock one in here and go for it. It's getting closer to Risk because the cool thing is we could change it to be a solar system or be something else very easily. Solar systems in general, that does work too. Graphically, I'm a little worried how complicated it would be if I don't simplify certain things. Bribery. Current collector. Hey! Now, this is a unique idea. Okay. So these are just like pickups for like electric trains and stuff. Like the bumper cars. Dodgems. Gotta love Dodgems. It's a pickup. Okay. That's unique. 3D or 2D? It's gonna depend on what the idea is. I'm happy with both. If we do the claymation stuff, that's gonna be 2D because I'm gonna do sprites and then animate them. 3D is like a... If we don't do clay, 3D is the thing I have the most experience with. So I'll put it that way. So it's probably 3D. It's 2D if I want to do this claymation thing. We do have some films. Marvel Collector. Powers and abilities. Oh, it's that guy. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. Because this guy collects things, obviously, by the name. Mass Effect? A mysterious aliens first mentioned in the 2008 model, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we don't care. I'm feeling Risk. I'm feeling like a territorial expansion kind of thing. You collect land. I don't know. I'm torn, honestly. Okay, so like let's go with Risk territory. Maybe boring. Exactly. If this is not executed correctly, this could be boring. I don't want it to be boring. We could combine it. For example, here, I'll give you an example. Let's go into Paint. Let's say you're an evil AI, right? And you have taken over this side of the world. So we'll just do this. You're an evil AI, and you've taken over Europe and, like, Australia. Alright? You're a bad guy. You've taken this over. And you're in, like, a different part of the world. Let's just say America, because that's where I live. Cool. You start here. I wonder if it would be interesting to have a player try and build an AI that uses the internet to expand, right? And try and fight. I know this is not how the world works, but it kind of is, because the cloud is really just someone else's computer on Earth. Yes, there's satellite stuff, but, like, we're not going to deal with that, right? And then you attack them on 2 fronts, or you try and loop around and you attack them on 3. So you almost, like, build your own AI. You're still fighting some sort of bad AI game, right? And then you... So that way it becomes a little bit more interesting. You have, like, you have a story, right? But you still have to do some stuff. I don't know what that would look like, though. It could also be collected with, like, the weather stuff. So, like, maybe the AI can send out storms to wipe out your stuff. And that's how they can attack you. So the AI does not directly fight you. Like in Risk. But they fight based on, like, resources. S stands for artificial superintelligence. Oh, maybe. Oh, man. This is the most fleshed out idea, where you have an AI that you are building, and you have an AI that's a bad guy, and they're fighting. That's an easy good versus evil. There's a lot of cool things you can take it with the art. Creators versus AI. That could work. You have an idea, but it would be difficult to implement. Alright. Debt collector game. Collect weather data. Okay, let's take the map. What if we go back to Risk territory, right? So we still use Risk map, right? And we're collecting weather data. How do we make this interesting? Like, if we're fighting about interest, how do we make the collecting weather data more interesting than the AI Risk game, where you're fighting AI, right? Like, what kind of mechanics do you have in, like, a... Because you also could do, like, the viruses. So, like, Plague Inc., right? This is a game that's like Risk, where you're taking over the world with a virus. A physical, like, an actual, like, you know, health virus. So it's a little different than the other thing. This kind of goes back to, like, how would you be collecting stuff, I guess. don't know. How would you collect stuff? Like, I guess you're collecting data, yeah. You collect dead bodies. It doesn't feel that, like, as you're collecting territories. Well, yeah, no, I agree. Well, yeah, no, I see your, yeah, okay. Yeah, the map itself kind of fulfills the collecting territory bit, and then that fulfills collecting. That does work. I agree with this. Got civilization. Yeah, basically, yeah, I would cut Civ, because this is easier. Yeah, because there's other Risk games. This is still Risk, but it's like a different shape. This is like Skyrim. This is Skyrim. Yeah, okay, there you go. The base of the last stronghold of humanity beyond is a world where humans can survive for no more than a minute. Okay. Let's think about that. Survival. If you're going to have like a survival game, you need to collect... What do you need to collect? You need food, water, shelter. What do you need to do? You need to get out of the nuclear wasteland. Or whatever else. It is generic. That's fair. But considering that collect can be just so, like, broad... I think the issue isn't having the ideas. I think the issue is executing them in a way that's interesting. So, like... I think we could build a survival game in 2 days. Yeah, survival crap. We're basically describing Minecraft, but with mods to make it about nuclear waste. Let's see. Drink break. Okay, more complicated Risk. I don't know if I really like the idea of like a factory game too, but I feel like that's too GLaDOS-y, too Portal-y. This Risk territory game is so... I have visions of this. Like okay, if we think about how I would make the Risk game, where you're fighting back the computer, right? I could do like voice lines for the AI, like the Allied Master Computer from that one novel, where like you have some unhinged things you can have it say. You could have some crazy powers and stuff for that. From an implementation standpoint, you would need a map. That goes for the weather data and the survivaling too. We would need some sort of territory control system, resource system, attacking system. This is player side. Enemy attack, and that's the AI side. Okay. And then you want it to be playable in like only a couple minutes, right? I don't know necessarily. This doesn't seem too crazy. This doesn't seem too impossible. Weather collecting data, I think, is a great backup for this. Could do that. Could do the factory with life. A mystery game, you're collecting evidence. I agree with the Risk idea being done before, but I think this is a little bit more dynamic. Like, the way I would make this would be more dynamic, where it's more like, you're not, how do I say this? You're right, it is kind of overdone. Oh, what would you do? You could collect evidence for a crime scene. That would work. But I also think everyone's thinking that. I think there's going to be a ton of knockoff cop show games. Not in a bad way. I just don't want to do that, you know? I don't want to add to that pile. Base that supports life, and you need to send units out to extract basic resources to maintain it. You would do a Star Wars game. Of course you would do a Star Wars game. Let's open up paint again. I actually like your idea. So let's say you are a stronghold and you support the base of life here, right? And then what you want to do is you would send out worker robots to go collect resources to support it. My question is, in a game like this, I feel like it's too much like Minecraft where it just keeps expanding. What's the end goal? Like, okay, if you had life in here, let's just draw like a leaf or something just so we can boop 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 boop. You're protecting life from, let's say, like radiation or something. I don't know. And you're going to collect food and water and process it. You know, I don't know how you would like end the game based on The Martian. Yeah. I mean, that I think is a lot close. Like, that would be the end of the game. That's a great point, actually. What if you're on Mars? So you're on Mars, and the goal is to not be on Mars anymore because it's a bad place. Let's go with The Martian. A great movie and a great book. Great book. Could do this. This could work. But, okay, that goes back. No, okay, collecting would be the collecting of resources to get yourself off Mars. Right, okay. So that could work. Kind of like it. I think this one, if we're organizing this, you have the risk territory map, and then the collect weather map is like a backup if this fails. Then as a second idea, so like these two are like the same idea, but with different implementations. Then we have escape Mars, which kind of is like getting the resources out of XP. Okay, so if it expires with each wound, the second resource is technology and so on. Yeah, exactly. So with Mars, you'd be collecting resources to escape. Which, honestly, kind of goes back to survival. Cool. Okay. Could do some sort of... We could factory tower defense this as well. So you could be doing, like, a tower defense where you're building vehicles, like towers that are, like, vehicles and stuff. To fight evil AI and save the world, where you need to collect allies. That's interesting. Collecting allies. I think that goes up here as well, where you're still on a map and you collect allies to defeat AI or something. You know what this could be? This could be an alternate win for the evil AI risk, right? You could build an AI that destroys it. You could collect enough community support from other countries to stop it. That's an interesting idea. I think it sadly does fit into this template that we have here, though. Escaping Mars is like its own thing. And then we have like the debt collecting, the bribery. We already have that up there. And then you got memories. So we kind of have like 4 game ideas when you break it down. These are... I don't know. Like the exploring the world. In the first one, your unit is weak and it definitely dies. It's good if it manages to deliver what is collected. Yeah. Allies, supplies, weapons. Yeah, that works. I don't want to do a roguelike because I do roguelites all the time. Let's look at how many roguelites I've made. I think I've definitely made at least one because I made which one was it? This one's kind of a roguelike where you just try and go as far as possible. This one's a roguelike you literally pay for abilities. I don't know if I want to do a roguelike. 40 minutes from the start, what do you think? We're going to really develop instant technologies. Yeah. He did have to gather... yeah. You're right. And he had to, like, grow potatoes and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. I don't know if I want to do a time-based win condition, though. I think anything's possible in a 2-day gem. It's just how simple it would be, right? You're not going to build, something crazy, but you might make a survival game. I don't know if I like the time-based conditions, like 40 minutes from the start or Sol 3, 6, 7, 8, because the issue I have with those is most jammers are only going to play for a few minutes because they got to play multiple games and like rate them and do all these things. And I don't know if I'm going to build a game that is going to hold their attention for 40 minutes. That's my only killer for the survive until this date. I'm not killing it. I'm just saying I don't know if that's going to work for a jam. I do like the idea of surviving though. Like maybe if it was like 5 minutes survive or 10 minutes survive, I can get behind it. It'd probably more like 7.5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, you could do it later on when like you have more time. Yeah. I really like this one though. This feels good. I think I might be leaning toward this because okay, if we think about how we would make it, you would create the Unity project. We'd go ahead and we make the things like your sound system, your input system, your main menu. The first thing we would make is probably the map system and the functions to take over a territory. A little bit. Honestly, I'm convincing myself more and more as this goes. However, that's not to say that the idea of using risk as the basis is not applicable to all of these. Heck, you could be a debt collector around the world. You could bribe other countries. You could collect memories across the world, right? Escaping Mars, it would be risk, but on Mars, right? We've got different ideas where, like, each territory might have food or water or waste from other missions you can collect. With weather data, it's the same idea. You know, I think all of these ideas could fit into the map, which kind of makes me feel like Pokemon's out. Card game's out. Could still do a card game, but I also think that the card game might not be what we want. But I definitely think this gets closer. Like this... Because forget risk, though, right? Just the map. Like, map, collect territory. Like, forgetting about risk the game. Because there's a lot of ways you can use a map. Yeah, I'm kind of convinced on map, guys. Peoples. Anyone who's out there. Collect weather data. Let's entertain collect weather data before I go all in on risk. That's interesting. You're trying to... You're on Mars. Okay, here. Yeah, let's write this down. So, idea. You are on Mars. Last humans... AGI has taken over Earth or Mars. Need to escape/reclaim. That's easy. Okay, that's another idea. So you have an idea where send out a disposable unit to collect resources for others to survive. There we go. Close enough. This is good. I think this is more story-based and art-based where the core mechanic doesn't change. And it's just like, cool, I'm on Mars and I'm fighting AGI. Or I'm on Earth and I'm fighting AGI. Or I'm on Mars and I'm fighting AGI that's on Earth. Like, it's very... This might happen purely because it's story. You know what I mean? Which is not bad. That's not a bad thing to have on the list of things that we want. Huh. Okay. I might do a poll. This isn't a poll to be like, we're gonna definitely do this, but I definitely want to throw it out here. Risk, what idea do you like the most? It is also relevant to current events. Risk risk type map game. Map game territory. We could do a map game where your weather data. We also have Escape Mars is kind of similar. We have debt collection. We also have memory collection, which we haven't really gone into. But we're going to start this poll. And we'll see what it is in a couple minutes as we talk through this. I think the territory is the closest thing that we have to being like a fully fledged idea. Collecting memories, I think, is the second most interesting. So if we're gonna list these in a different way, let's go here. Map, collect territory, collect memories. You got like the weather data, and the debt collection. Right now it's 50-50 between territory and memory collection. I'm going to let that run for a while because it's only 2 votes and we've got a few other people watching. But, I mean, yeah, it seems pretty clear so far, unless a ton of people vote for something else, that these two are our main ideas. And it could be that I just do the map one, and if it fails, we could go on to do something else. A post-up or corrupted world better than another planet. That's an idea. How would I actually implement the map stuff? We're gonna while we're waiting for the poll to happen, let's take a look at map stuff without strong map and idea. So I agree with the territory being boring, but I think the strong idea would be fighting the AI, where you would have your own like different weapons and stuff to use on the territories, or negotiations or stuff where you could really sell the effect of every move you make. Whether that's a particle system, that's story, you could have some sort of voice lines from the AI. You really can do a lot. Have I ever played Win the White House? I have not. But maybe. 2D or 3D? I'm thinking closer to 3D because I have a lot of good stuff. But it might be 3D with a lot of 2D stuff happening. Sandstorms, yeah. Unity, just because we're looking at it. Maps. Okay, that's an interesting one. What about like Risk? Do we have a Risk knockoff in Unity? They look ugly though. Not to be mean. I'm just like, this is definitely like programmer art level, right? I want to be a little bit hard. You have to map the weather in order to advance that into that territory. Yeah. The cool thing about the weather, though, is it doesn't have to be accurate. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be there. Is this just general map creation? Oh, okay. So this isn't really what I want. Okay. Your thumbnail was so cool! It was so misleading! Yeah, it's so low. Okay. Never mind. Start closing some of these tabs that we don't really need. Oh, man, I really do like the tower. I really like the platypus type, the 3D, like, clay type stuff, but I don't know. Hey, viewers! You guys should vote. It's pretty cool. It's next to my head. I think this is working. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens in the feedback loop. See, someone voted. Again, I personally like territory, but I think memory collection really does work, and it would be unique. I think no one else is really doing memory collection. Territory, I feel like other people might do, but I feel like I could do it not better, but do it differently. I think do it differently is the right way to say it. So we'll see. Let's see. Okay. Or maybe collector can turn a machine instead of a human. That's interesting. Like it did. Ooh. That's a great point. Okay, wait. We back up. It's still collecting territory. We're still collecting territory here. But AI collects biomatter. The AI collects biomatter to turn itself into a living being. As the game goes on, it realizes it is killing humanity, which by doing it has gained its humanity. End of the game could be rebuilding the Earth or something. Coin flip? Could do a coin flip. I'm not against a coin flip on the deciding stuff. RAM collection, not necessarily memories in human, but computer memory. Could collect bytes. We could collect bytes in a computer. You could be a garbage collector, literally, collecting and disposing of memory and threads. That works. Yeah. See, the thing is with the AI collects biomatter is this basically the same idea as collect territory, just a different framing for story. RAM collection. What would the gameplay look like? Ooh, okay. Game where you fight the computer. Bad examples, maybe. Like, I could see it where you have to actually go and find bytes and bits that are missing and having to, like, attack them. Like, they're flying around you. Think, Actually, I have an example. What if we did Ghostbusters, the video game library, fight with, what's his name? Peter Venkman, you got... I don't know, we'll see what happens. Not that one. You do got that lady. Yeah, let's just go here. So, it's muted. We'll take a look at this, though, because I want to show this kind of gameplay mechanic. Yeah, here we go, this room. So, basically, in Ghostbusters, the video game from 2009, don't ask me how I know this, I love this game, but they have ghosts and stuff that you have to capture. You collect. Hey, maybe we should make Ghostbusters. No, I'll look. No, but in a different part of this game, there are a ton of, like, books that fly around. And instead of books, it could be bits and bytes that you're collecting. You could be collecting memory sticks or computer parts that are flying around the room or something. Man, I wanted to make a game like this a long time ago, but this is that'd be crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna stream next. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna depend. I'm not used to streaming, and I know there's also some stuff I gotta do. There's also someone I'm going to be working with, but not fully. Like, they want to do their own game, but work together in the same room. I also know that I want to playtest this with my girlfriend, and she doesn't want to be on camera. So, probably gonna stream Sunday, depending on the thing. And if the friend ends up not being available, because it's still a 50-50 on if he's actually a thing, I might stream tomorrow. But I don't want to commit to a time and then not be able to follow through with it. I could do Ghostbusters. I have a old repository on GitHub that's not public anymore, but I do have it still. It was Gunther. And what Gunther was, actually here, I can just clone it and open it. Gunther is and I wouldn't use this code, I'd rebuild it, to be clear. But I think it's interesting for what we're talking about. Add project from disk, documents, GitHub, Gunther. We'll wait for this to load up. Gunther is like a first-person shooter type game that I built. And I think it'd be an interesting basis. Not that I would use it in that way, but like a interesting way of handling. Excuse me. Wow. Handling stuff. Ghostbusters collecting ghosts. Nintendo's definitely gonna sue me, probably. It's the same as Pokemon, right? Like, basically, at this point. Sure. We'll just see what happens there. It's 2 a.m. in Moscow. Oh no, you're dying. Please don't die on me. I could see myself streaming like 12 hours from now if I'm going to stream again. What's happening tomorrow? What's tomorrow morning? For some reason, there's something in my brain that says there's something tomorrow morning. I don't think there's anything tomorrow. I think it's just showing it off. And then my friend, depending on how available he is... I think he just texted me, actually. I'm gonna take a look at that in a second, actually. Yeah. But anyway, the Ghostbusters idea is great, but the problem is it needs so much setup, right? This is like an actual video game. This is like a AAA game type thing. So I don't know if this is reasonable. I am developing alone. So when I say I'm working with someone, it was mainly like in the same room, like jamming together, but not in the same project. He'd be working on something else. On his own. Yeah. See, I love the Ghostbusters idea. It's just so complicated because you have to have the animations for it. You know, you have to have all the effects for it. And yeah, you do have the maps and stuff, but world's hardest game style instead of a computer. You have to escape by collecting bits that let you reassemble your body. Whoa. That's some meta stuff. You have to fix your own brain. You have to do surgery on your own brain. You know, that'd be interesting. Again, I don't know if I don't know how possible it would be in the time we have. Honestly, I think what I might do is I might leave you guys off in a little bit. Not now, but in a little bit. We might make a decision as a group, because right now map territory game is winning. I might leave you with that, and I might spend the night developing that, and then see what happens. But also, this Ghostbusters idea is definitely picking my brain a little bit. So we're going to dismiss that, because I know what that issue is. It's talking about Visual Studio Code, which we don't care about. So this is the game I built. Dude, alright. So it's being a little bit bad, but like, this was like a shooting game that I made a while back, where it was a first-person shooter type template. The world's hardest game. I have played There Is No Game, and that's an interesting game. This has some frame rate issues, but I love how it like plays, and I love the UI at the top left, where it kind of decays itself over time. Which right now is tied to ammo, but it could be like tied to life and stuff, and the little numbers of damage. But like, imagine taking this and making it like a ghost busting type game. That is something I can get behind. Okay. Like, instead of a single bullet, it was actually like a stream, and you were collecting the bits and bytes, or you were doing something else. It's an idea. I'm gonna write it down as an idea. Ghostbusters knock off gun, but it is a stream of stuff, and you're fighting / collecting bits. Could be your memory. Ooh, you're collecting your memory. Maybe this is the memory idea, right? If you want to go collect your memories, where's the collecting memories idea? Where'd it go? I think we lost it. Oopsies. Alright, so maybe this is the memory idea that we had. Yeah, I use Unity, but I could switch over to something else. I've used a lot of other things, so I'm just using Unity as like the baseline. It's not what I'll probably use it, but if I needed to, I'd be fine. It's a very different style than There's No Game. It's not a cool mass game, but it's perspective. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's the square game. Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. I'm not against this. Cuz what you could do here, we're going to do another paint. What you could do is this game is super simple to make better, because you could have it where you need to connect a wire from one end to the other without the wire being cut in half. And then that is like a level where you're connecting it all together. That could be interesting, and I could get behind it. I could definitely get behind that. This would be a fun little project. This is also doable in a game jam. Like maybe, okay. If you wanted something really simple, we wanted the simplest thing in the world. What you do, here, I'll give you this. This is the emergency plan. The world's hardest game, but you need to connect wires, cut wires, do a bunch of that stuff, and that will mess up some AI. So like you're a tiny person fighting an AI from inside of the computer. From inside the computer itself. Like, this would be the simplest game I could build. Sure. And that works. I would love to make my own game. Sorry, going back to the game engine thing. I would love to make my own game engine. Not this weekend. AI server. Yeah. Yeah, you would fight the AI server or something. You would go on their stuff. So, man. And that goes to, like, the AI collects biomatter. Maybe the tiny people go fight the AI. As levels progress, the components become more human/alive. And you have to fight it. Yeah, okay. So then this kind of becomes this idea inside of it. The Ghostbusters knockoff is like a 3D shooter. I don't think it's reasonable. I'm going to put it down here. Still keep it for later. So basically we have the world's hardest game, which would be kind of a different gameplay, but it would be easier gameplay. This would be more interesting gameplay and unique, but it's harder to do. Also, this would be 2D. This one would also probably be 2D to make it look good. That is Russian. I need to translate this. Cool. We love translations. Boop. Translate. Boop. 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 To English. English. I was also thinking about a small game where you just collect key parts to progress further. You could just collect parts to go further. I just closed a bunch of windows. That's not what I wanted to do. Boop. There we go. I'm blind. Oh no, I'm blind. Okay. So we have two major ideas. I like both of them. I think that there's a lot of design potential with the hardest game, where we could expand this to keep going. You could also do the 3D hardest game. That's crazy. Could do a shooter still, like Gunther. I think the territory ones is my favorite. Right? But I do think territory's going to win for now. I'm going to move forward with the knowledge of that. But with collecting territory. But I will say that if I don't get the map stuff working tonight, I'm going to move to do the world's hardest game tomorrow. But with that, I gotta go call someone and help them do some things. And with that, thank you all for watching. And I'll hopefully have an update for you all later. However, you should join the Discord, because I will be posting updates in there. You should do it. I don't know if I'm going to be actually streaming, because it's hard to stream. But, no, definitely join the Discord. Thank you, I appreciate it. Good luck to all of you, whoever is joining. You should all join. But with that in mind... Goodbye.